I know many of you offshore agents are very worried about the Keep Call Centers in America Act. I wouldn't be too worried about it, right? I don't think it's going to pass. I think it's flawed. So what I did is I rewrote it, right? So here's 5 changes that I would make to that bill that are more fair for you and also for the American call center workers. So the first thing I want to do is do have an offshore wage floor using United States prevailing wage laws. So USA companies that are offshoring have to force the BPO to pay their agents a certain wage, right? For example, $46 in the Philippines or India, which is a big bump from the $2.31 now, and that starts to even wages out. Second, I want to have guaranteed domestic staffing requirements that can't go offshore. So if you are a financial service or a healthcare company, 25% of your business needs to stay here in the States. 15% of your call center work for general service, 10% for smaller companies. So 75 to 90% can still go offshore, but that core still stays here for the American worker. Third, I want to replace all the punishment if you follow those things with tax credit. So if you do those percentages, you get a $2,500 per year tax credit for all the U.S. jobs that you created over a 3-year period, plus a $1,500 rural bonus if you're using kind of third tier cities. So if you have 1,200 agents and have to keep 15% of them here for general service, that's a $450,000 tax credit or tax support. So it basically pays for those agents to come back. Fourth, we want to forget that whole disclosure thing on you're calling India or you're calling the Philippines. I don't think that that's right, but I think companies offshore still should provide U.S. availability on request for an American worker, or if there's an AI that's being used, right? So if an American wants it, they can go back to the United States. Fifth, we want to do a compliance registry instead of punishment, right? So companies are labeled compliant, they get to fall kind of through for those tax credits. If not, then we kind of help them through it. And if after the 3rd year they're not doing it, then they're not going to be able to take advantage of any of those. All right, and then also we want to roll this out over a 3-year period, right? So the first year we have kind of those wage floors. The second year is kind of full requirement, right? And then we get into kind of the who's complying and who's not. So the bottom line of this, I think it can create between 300,000 and 400,000 USA jobs. It doesn't kill the offshore market. It boosts the level of pay for all of those offshore agents using American companies. So I think my idea protects your jobs, gives you a boost, and also strengthens the onshore market. So again, we have a healthy onshore, nearshore, and offshore market.